And we're learning new details about the baby delivered last week by a Hallandale Beach mother who's jailed in connection with the death of a previous child. Brittany Sierra was back in court to face new charges in her court case today.
Local 10's Roger Losi is live at the Broward County Courthouse with details. Roger.
Christy, you know, the Department of Children and Family took custody of Sierra's baby almost immediately after it was born and has provided absolutely zero information about that child. But today, the baby's grandmother, Sierra's mother, filled in some of the blanks for us. 22-year-old Sierra pleaded not guilty to third-degree child neglect this morning. Prosecutors formally downgraded the charges against her. I'll explain that in just a minute, but first, it was 1 week ago today that she was taken from the Broward County Jail to the hospital where she gave birth to her fourth child, a baby that she carried for most of those 9 months behind bars. DCF almost immediately took the baby into protective custody and has been prohibited from releasing any information about the infant, not even if it was a boy or a girl. But after today's hearing, Sierra's mother told us that her new grandchild is a boy, and her daughter only got to spend a few minutes with him before he was whisked away by social workers.
Well, he was 7 pounds, 15 ounces, 22 inches long, very healthy baby. He looks beautiful from the picture I've seen of him. In the picture that I have, you can see how hard she was crying. It's all in her face. Her eyes are swollen, everything. Even her criminal attorney was very upset when he found out the other day that she wasn't able to spend any time with the baby.
Well, Sierra was arrested back in January after the remains of her infant son, Dontrell, were found buried in the backyard of the family's Hallandale Beach home. The baby's father, Calvin Melvin, he was arrested too. It turns out the child hadn't been seen alive by any of the relatives for up to 18 months. But neither of the parents were charged with murder because, quite frankly, investigators can't prove how that baby died. Instead, they were charged with second-degree child neglect. Now, I mentioned at the top that they downgraded the charges against Brittany Sierra. That's because, quite frankly, they don't have any evidence to prove that she had anything to do with the child's death. So this third-degree child neglect charge, the only burden of proof is that she failed to report the child was missing. That still carries a penalty of up to 10 years in prison, 5 years on both counts. The next status hearing in this case is in January, but prosecutors expect her attorney will ask for a bond hearing before then. We are live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Roger Losi, Local 10 News.